Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have My Best Friend's an Animal. Yeah, this is a National Geographic, right? Yeah, National Geographic. Of course, it's National Geographic docu-series about unlikely friends between humans and animals, and everything from a man and his chicken, yeah, to a man and his white rhinos, to a woman and her tiny little jumping spiders, living right here in this city. Which, yeah, okay. There's so many different combinations. There's a woman and her octopus, generations of octopi. So yeah, this is basically just it puts in three names, but it covers. I just watched the first episode. Each episode's about 44 minutes long. It is from 2025, so this is a fairly new series. It's one season long. It is about 6 episodes so far, and each episode has three names in it. Even though it's a lot more than just three stories of three pairings, let's just say. The first gentleman we talked to is a guy who's a good friend with Sammy, his chicken. And it's a pretty emotional connection he has with the chicken. It may sound a little absurd, but it fills that chicken somehow in a way that he understands. It creates a connection for him in a time that he's feeling a loss in his life. But it's pretty neat. He takes him to work with him, and they go traveling together. Yeah. So hey, you know what? Find friendship where you can. There's Rose. That's, I believe, the very tiny little jumping spider. A young woman has a number of jumping spiders. She used to be really afraid of them, but then you get to see one named Rose climbing onto her eyelashes. Yeah, they are kind of cute. I have to admit that they are a little bit cute, but yeah, it's the instinct is to go smash. Many cases. But she doesn't have some of the more creepy ones. These are the ones you can have. You see the eye. You can actually see the eyes, and they kind of have character to them. I don't know. But then there's also Casey, which is the octopus. But between there, we have a man in Africa, I believe, who is taking care of white rhinos, keeping them alive away from poachers. Gosh, there's this. There's another man, I believe, in parts of Africa, who's taken a pangolin under his care, and by the end of the episode, he does release him back into the wild. Pangolin, I didn't realize, are the most poached animal in the world for their meat and their scales. And again, poachers are about they are everywhere in some of the more wilder parts of the world, and they look for whether it's the ivory of elephants or rhinos, or if it's the skins and meat and scales of pangolins and other creatures. They all believe that it's all gonna fix your downstairs problem. They sell that narrative to so many desperate men. And yeah, we gotta serve the desperate men's paranoia by poaching animals, killing them, and taking what they have in order to make them feel better, even though it doesn't do anything. So, but yeah, there's we get to see some future stories where it looks like a man with bears. There's also one with elephants, and what else we got here? It looks like a bat, woman with bats. And this one just has overalls. She's just wearing overalls. Friends with overalls, I guess. I don't know. Can't really tell. And there's a very small child who is friends with a goose. So I don't think that's the point of it, but there's a number of just the whole thing. You know, you see these. Sometimes you get little videos and memes on your TikTok, your Instagram, like unlikely animal friends. Yeah, I mean, that's what this series is basically, it seems like it's based on. It's like, hey, you know those unlikely animal friend stories we all see for 5 seconds on TikToks or YouTube or whatever? Let's make a series and go a little deeper into it and get to know the people and the animals and how they all connect in certain ways. So yeah, if this is your kind of thing, if you love animals, and there's also, if you're interested in animals, you may not really know about. A lot of people don't know where pangolins are. It's it's not what you think if you don't know. They're a little strange looking, but we don't have those in America intentionally. But what we do have they would be in a zoo if we had them here. I think I saw when I was in Japan. They were in the Japanese a zoo in Bueno. I think I saw one there, or a few. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, it's if you're if you're in nature and animals and things like that, it could be pretty educational. The woman with the little jumping spiders showed some kids what it was like to hold a little spider, and they were all very eager to do so. Not many kids, well, some kids would. The adults are the ones that get creeped out. Check it out if you need a new animal-centric docu-series in your life. And you can learn something, but also it's fun. It's well shot, especially it's 2025, so it's really new. So let's pick tomorrow's episode. 13. Lucky 13. Oh, wow. This is a movie. We actually got a movie. After, 3 docu-series? Everything's been an episode the last few days. But this is a movie that is not a Disney movie. But people I think for a while, probably thought it might have been a Disney movie. This actually was brought over from 20th Century Fox. I'm like 95% sure. Yeah, no, I'm sure it is. 100%. I'm going to take that bet. It's 100% sure this was brought over from 20th Century Fox. And this is a pretty beloved animated tale. And I'm not surprised that I haven't watched it until now, mainly because I'm waiting for it to be picked. And now it has been. We're going to be watching Anastasia. The story of a young woman, I believe it is based on a true story set in Russia many, many years, but at least a century ago, regarding the Rasputins and everything else. Or Rasputin, not the Rasputins, but yeah. Never mind. Thinking of X-Men. Thinking involving Rasputin. I don't know, I doubt it's a very faithful telling of that story, but it's very dramatic and romantic and everything else. I'm looking forward to it. I have seen it before, and it's been decades since I've seen it. So Anastasia is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.